This live session is all about herbalism and using herbs in your magic. So this is the herbalism lesson. And the first thing, one of the first questions you all asked was about growing and storing herbs. And I will be publishing a post on Monday about magical gardening. And I hope that this addresses these questions that you have. It is the last post in a series of magical lifestyle blog posts that I've been working on for a couple months. And then you also were wondering about cooking and baking with herbs. I will link to the Kitchen Witch post that I wrote. I did not really talk about using plants or which ingredients to use. I mostly talked about materials in that post. I am working on a magical diet post to add in the future. So this will be eating different foods for whatever your intention is. So if you're looking to bring more love into your life, what things should you be eating? There are some resources in that blog post, and again, I'll link to it. So you can check out those resources. Okay, so that's kitchen witchcraft. One of you asked about hydrosols. I do not make my own hydrosols. I have no idea what it would take to do that, but I did find a resource of somebody who does, and I will certainly link to that as well. If you don't want to make your hydrosols, but you want to buy them, or if you just want to know what they are, I have a couple of resources for buying both hydrosols and also essential oils and herbs that you can purchase online. So for those, I recommend Eden's Garden, Plant Therapy, and Mountain Rose Herbs. These are all three sources that I have used before and have had great experiences with. They each have a variety of different things. Mountain Rose Herbs is the only one that sells dried herbs in bulk. The others are more for essential oils, and Plant Therapy has hydrosols as well. That's why I've purchased hydrosols before. You can also purchase most herbs in the grocery store, especially really common ones that are used for cooking, like rosemary and lavender and like basil and things like that. You asked about herb substitutes. If you're using herbs for a spell or for a charm bag or something like that, you can definitely generally use rosemary as a substitute for any other herb. And then you also asked about doing magic daily. And I have posted a couple weeks ago about daily magical things to do on a specific day of the week. So based on what day it is, what you might want to do. And I will link that in the replay as well. So I also wanted to let you know about this worksheet. It is a quick reference for my top 10 herbs, which again, we'll talk about later. A blank page that you can fill in your top 10 herbs in case yours don't match up exactly with mine. You can make your own list. And then another worksheet that you can use to help jumpstart your herbalism practice, like where your interests lie. For this video, I wanted to talk to you about the basics. So how to incorporate herbs into your magical practice. And I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page. What is herbalism? And in general, herbalism is an all-encompassing term that just means using herbs in some form. This could be magical, this could be medicinal, it could be both. Luckily, herbalism is one of the easiest ways to incorporate magic into your daily life. And this is because not only are herbs easy to find and purchase, you can grow them really easily, and you can make a lot of stuff out of them. You can eat herbs. A lot of herbs are edible. You can make them into healing salves and things like that. You can make different tinctures and teas. So herbs are so usable. The first thing, I have an essential list of herbs, and I think it would be really helpful if you all created a list of your essential herbs. So when you do go to access that worksheet that I mentioned, you'll find my list of essential herbs, but you might find that other herbs call to you more than the ones that I have presented. The ones that I've decided for my list are just ones that called to me more, but yours might be different. So I've also included a separate worksheet where you can fill in your own essential magical herbs that you want to use more often. Herbalism. The next thing that you want to do is to figure out which type of herbalism interests you. This is true for most practices. Most of your spiritual practice is to just focus in on one thing. You only have a finite amount of energy to spend on every activity that you pursue. But if you're really excited about something, you'll make time for it. If you aren't really excited about something, you're not going to make time for it. So don't try to force something that you're not really interested in learning, but definitely make the time to learn about something that you're really passionate about. But it's always good to start small and then expand. So if you've already figured out what kind of herbs you're using and how you're going to use them, so the next step is to actually lay out a plan. And you can use this approach for your studies in any aspect of your spiritual and magical practice. You can apply it to learning about crystals or learning about the tarot or astrology, whatever it is that you're interested in. You can break down the steps required and then put them into your calendar and schedule time to study these things every day or at least once a week. Just a reminder that I do have this worksheet available to you. Thank you for watching. Bye!